1,200 special constabulary have completed their training at the Police College, Kaduna. This forms the first set of operatives for the community policing program of the Nigeria Police Force. The operatives meant to serve in Zamfara had begun training since October the 7th. The Minister of Police Affairs and the Commandant of the college described the effort as an achievement by the federal government in its quest to secure the country.
What we would be expecting the people of Zamfara State to do is to benefit from the experience of all the ambassadors of Zamfara State who have undergone this training. We expect them to bring security closer to the people of Zamfara State because they are people that were selected by the same communities where they come from. And we expect them to, by the time they go back, they will assist in enhancing security, intelligence gathering, resolving conflicts, and trying to ensure that they support the security of their own communities by themselves.
Community policing is a partnership between the police and the community on a particular community should go about the best practice of policing. It was the decision of the police management team and the federal government to prioritize community-based policing as one among the permanent solutions to the various security challenges within our communities.
Now to health matters. About 463 million people in the world have diabetes. More than 19 million out of this figure is within the African region. And according to the International Diabetes Federation, by the year 2045, this number could almost triple. In Nigeria, like many other developing countries, diabetes is a chronic, non-communicable disease that continues to grow rapidly with costly financial implications. For those who have this disease, living their lives revolves around daily shots of insulin or pills to regulate their sugar levels, as well as eating foods high in protein, fiber and vegetables. TVC News' Kemi Balogun reports.
Diabetes is a chronic metabolic disease characterized by elevated levels of blood glucose or sugar, which leads to serious damages to the heart, blood vessels, eyes, kidneys, and nerves.
As a diabetic,
Olivia is 31 years old and has lived with type 1 diabetes for the last 8 years of her life. She gives us an insight into her daily routine of medications and dieting since having the disease. We decided to hide her identity for the sake of this interview.
For a type 1 diabetic patient, you are insulin dependent. So I take a dose of insulin in the morning, 30 minutes before I eat. I take my insulin twice a day. You don't eat too much, and it has to be like a protein base. But my doctors are saying I can eat anything, but I still haven't gotten that ratio. So if I do that, I'll go above the range.
She admits it has also been a difficult time for her family and those around her in terms of the financial and emotional burden.
When I became diabetic, insulin was 6,500 naira for a pack of 5, which I would use for 1 month. And now I pay 29,900 now for a pack of insulin. It's a burden of finance. It's also a burden on the psychological aspect of it.
A healthy change in lifestyle, which includes a proper diet comprising majorly of protein, vegetables and fiber, is one of the ways that the disease can be managed. A strict exercise regimen is also required. This weight loss and wellness expert comes into close contact with people living with diabetes, and she gives us an idea of the routine plan she places them on in order to keep them healthy.
Depending on whatever the type of diabetes you have, I'll place you on a meal plan, then watch you. If it's pre-diabetes, it is reversible. Sugary drink or the other. So it's usually a challenge for us.
These routines does not come at a cheap price for most people, leaving some clients discouraged and they stop getting help altogether.
Some people come back, some people don't come, and fingers are not equal.
This medical doctor tells us more on what goes on in the body with diabetes.
You just feel thirsty even while drinking a lot of water. Then weight loss. Weight loss in some diabetic patients, not all. Those with type 1 diabetes, that's the insulin dependent,
they usually present classically with that weight loss, excessive thirst, and eating so much but still losing weight.
There are different types of diabetes, with the type 2 diabetes being the most common.
Management of diabetes basically depends on what type. Type 1, basically insulin. Type 2, lifestyle. Basically exercise of at least 30 minutes to 1 hour daily for at least 5 times in a week. Then diet, we talk about diet. When we're talking about diet, we are not telling diabetic patients not to eat the food others are eating. What we now talk about is moderation.
The number of cases and the prevalence of diabetes has been steadily increasing over the years, and majority of the numbers are from low and middle income countries. The global economic cost of diabetes-related health expenditure in 2017 was estimated at $727 billion because diabetes doubles a person's risk of early death. And the call is to have a complete lifestyle change in order to keep the disease at bay. Kemi Balogun, TVC News, Abuja.